Alrighty, so this is our starter video on the basics of crochet. I'm gonna grab my I9 hook. You can see there, those are the US terms, or 5.5 millimeters in basically the rest of the world. So to start, you have your yarn, you wrap the loop around, and then you slip it onto your hook. See, I just have a little loop there. And then you can see here, the loop is going left to right over, and you pull through and tighten. Again, I'll show you that one more time. And this is the great thing about crochet, it's super easy to undo. So, wrap the loop around from front to back, bottom to top. You slip that onto your hook. Looks like a little curlicue. And then you pull the back through and tighten. You want it to be like snug on the hook, but not too tight. Alrighty, so now we are going to make a chain stitch. This is the basic foundation of basically anything you make in crochet. You wrap your yarn around, this is called a yarn over, from right to left. And then all it is, you're gonna pull one loop through the other. That's it. That's all crochet is just a series of pulling one loop through the other. Oops. It's pretty easy to get it to fall off of your hook, but that's not a problem. Now, if you notice, the very first time I did this, I pinched that bottom loop. Sometimes that's easier, but I do find that that makes my fabric curl in a weird way. It also saves your fingers to get into the habit of not doing that. Just use your hook to pull through. Alrighty. Oops. So, it's a decent basic chain. It looks a lot like a braid, and you can count the tops for the number of stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 chain stitches here. I wasn't really going for a specific number, but just to show you, this is what the back of the chain looks like. There's that loop in the middle that you don't really see on the front. This is only important because some patterns want you to come in from the back or hook into the back loop. It really just depends. So the first stitch, there are 4 basic crochet stitches beyond the chain stitch. So first one is single crochet. Now for single crochet, you want to leave 2 stitches, just 2 stitches. That means you're not going to crochet in these first 2 chain stitches. You're going to push your hook through that 3rd stitch and pull up a loop. Again, you insert your hook in that top loop, and then you yarn over right to left and pull that loop through. You now have 2 loops on your hook. Now you yarn over again, right to left, and you pull through both at the same time. That is a single crochet stitch. And the reason that we don't go into those first stitches, those first chain, is so that it gives enough height, so it doesn't pull on the fabric and generally make things tight or awkwardly shaped. With your goal, when you're doing rows of the same stitch, is for it to be square and nice and even. Just single crochet all along, and go to the end. And a single crochet in that last one. All right, now what do we do? First of all, I'm going to show you what that looks like. So again, we can count stitches. They look like little braids. It looks a lot like that chain stitch, but going the other direction. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is what it looks like from the back. Alrighty. So now what you do once you get to the end of the row is you're going to chain, create more chains, or whatever, the thickness of whatever stitch you're doing. So for single crochet, it's 2 loops. And then you would turn, skip that first one, and go into both loops. This is important because sometimes patterns will want you to only go into this back loop, sometimes only the front loop. So now we're going to pull up again. Alrighty, so that is the last of the single crochets, but I'm now going to go into that top chain stitch that we left undone. The reason for this is that it keeps your edges nice and smooth, and it balances out why we skipped that first single crochet. All right, that is single crochet. Now we're going to go into the next stitch, which is half double crochet. And this time, because it is a larger stitch, instead of chaining 2 at the end of our row, we're going to chain 3. Easy way to remember how many to chain is it's 1 more than it sounds like. Single crochet, you do 2. Double crochet and half double crochet, you do 3. Triple crochet, or sometimes called treble crochet, you do 4. That's an easy way to remember. Now, half double crochet is very similar. The only difference is that before you enter that chain, you yarn over. Again, we're going to skip that first stitch. We're going to go into both loops, and then we're going to pull through all 3. Then we yarn over and pull through all 3. Ready? And that is the last single crochet. Again, we're going to go into that top chain stitch to keep it nice and even on our edges. Alrighty, that is a row of half double crochet. You can already tell it's a little bit taller. And unlike single crochet, you now have 3 loops. That makes sense because you pulled through 3 loops when you completed the stitch. Alrighty, now for double crochet. Remember, chain 3, 1 more than the name sounds. Alrighty, now this is almost the same as half double crochet. You yarn over, go through the 2 top loops, you pull up a loop, but this time instead of pulling through all 3 together, you pull through the first 2, yarn over again, and then pull through the second 2. All right, again. You yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, only pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, and then pull through those last loops. That is double crochet. And then do this just to the end of the row. Demonstrate the difference. Ready? That was the last stitch. Once more, I'm gonna go into the top chain stitch. And finish it off. Now you can really tell the difference. So that's the first row of single crochet. That's the second row of single crochet right there. That's your half double crochet. This is your double crochet. You can really tell the difference. Now, we're gonna learn one more stitch. This is the triple or treble crochet, whatever is your preference. And remember, we're gonna do 4 chain stitches. Turn the material over. And this time, you're gonna wrap over twice. Skip that first stitch under those top 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. It's a pretty tall stitch. So you can gather that the basics are really just the same principles, just done in slightly different variations. These are your basic stitches. Everything else after this is generally some combination of these basic stitches or just really creative variation on the whole thing. Ta-da! It's pretty nice and smooth. Nice and square. You have your 2 single crochet, your half double crochet, double crochet, and triple crochet. There we go. All right, that's all, guys. Check out my next videos, which are going to be going over the yarn and hook basics, and another video which is going to go over advanced crochet stitches. And in that video, I'm also going to go over how to read crochet patterns so you can get started with making stuff. All right, thanks guys, I'll catch you later.